So as virtual reality starts to become more than just a gaming tool and more so a normal thing we see in our everyday lives, I don't think we understand just how much of an influence it actually makes. I've seen videos where VR is being used by car companies to make 3D models, surgeons are throwing on the headset like they were about to stream on Twitch, even McDonald's is doing their own version of VR. Whatever it is, it's only going to get bigger and better as time goes on. Eventually, we're going to be able to go into the game itself like in that episode of Jimmy Neutron. But as I'm scrolling through Twitter last night, I see this picture and I'm like half asleep, so I'm like, that's a funny picture, and then move on. Turns out this picture isn't a joke, and I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but virtual reality has finally made its way into our justice system. And now a Florida judge has allowed VR to be used as a better way to understand what happened in this court case.
At a stand your ground hearing Tuesday,
nobody backs off.
A Broward judge peered through a virtual reality headset. Miguel Abisu, the Southwest Ranch's wedding venue owner, facing 9 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon for waving a gun at guests.
When he pulls the gun out, when he's backed up against the bar.
Did so in self-defense, he testified.
Standing right in his personal space, he still has not brought out his gun.
I don't know about you, but this shot is hilarious. Like, I can only imagine what the real encounter looked like, because unless this dude was an African guy straight out of the Congo, I don't know why they gave this dude a hat like that. They're like, I don't know how people are going to tell if this guy's black. I know, we give him one of those hats those little monkeys wear. Not like that. But it says that the guy right here is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, but is pleading self-defense. Now, I get that this is revolutionary and breaking new grounds, but if I was the guy they're saying attacked him, aka the Dark Knight right here, I would be arguing that this shit shouldn't even be able to be used in court. For starters, these people don't even know how to properly use a VR headset. They're holding it to their head while they have the head straps on. The oldest guy in the room is the only one using it right. Not even that, just look at how ridiculous this animation is. This is coming straight from his defense attorney.
This one right here is through my client's eyes, what we're watching right here. This is actually what the judge looked at in those virtual reality headsets and what a jury would look at to show what my client saw. He was heading towards the DJ to tell him to turn the music off. You have to go home. He's surrounded by a group of intoxicated wedding guests who then begin to coalesce around him and surround him. And he's still not pulling out the gun. He's just telling everyone to go home, go home. He's putting up his hand. He's saying, leave, you have to leave. And then he's grabbed and the gun has to come out. My client is older. He's smaller than the man that is in front of him.
Dog, that's not even his hat. That's his fucking head. Okay, now I see where he's coming from. I see that coming at me, and I'm shooting whatever that is between its eyes. That has to be, like, racially motivated, though. Like, unless he had a crazy flat top, why is this black guy's head shaped like that? Like, this guy apparently had a serious man bun going on, but they didn't give him a fucking cone head. Now, if this is true and these renderings are accurate, just based on these two guys alone, I would have ruled this guy's innocent. He wasn't just being attacked by people. These are literal fucking circus freaks. So apparently I missed it the first time I watched it, but that is literally how the guy's head's shaped. Here's a clip that shows the back of his head, and they got that shit spot on. But what's even crazier about this whole thing is that the same defense attorney who's using VR headsets in this case was also the first defense attorney to use computer animation evidence in one of his cases back in 1992. It says, in 1992, a homicide prosecutor, Ken Padowitz, pioneered the use of computer animation as evidence in a Florida criminal case, a move that was upheld on appeal and set precedent across the United States. The animation detailed an SUV striking a group of children in a puddle. Shouldn't be laughing. Striking children in a puddle on the road. And then this was the picture that they used. Now, as funny as this picture isn't, this changed the way lawyers handle their cases everywhere. Now, instead of trying to paint a picture of what happened into a jury's mind, you can just hit up some dude at Pixar to make a rough draft of some kid getting bowling pinned by a Silverado. Now, while this was something everyone in their shitty public defender wanted to use, this VR thing I can see going bad real easy. Like in one of the videos they show, this whole animation is based off one, what this guy said happened, and 2, this still image right here. Just going based off that, what's stopping the other guy from asking his attorney to make his own VR video showing that he did pull out the gun before he said he did? Like, if there was already a video of what happened with plenty of witnesses to the incident, then I don't see how showing some Gary's Mod animation is going to help you win. But hey, it's Florida and weirder things have happened. I know this was kind of a shorter video, but nothing really exciting happened in the case itself other than people just making a big deal that VR headsets were being used. Like, alright, you impressed me me and you had me there, but then you lost me when you showed me the rendering of the black guy, but then you brought me back when I realized that's how he actually looks, but then you lost me again when I realized the potential of how this can be misused. But then again, that's why I make videos and I'm not a lawyer or a public defender or whatever this guy was. But hey, 2-banger video on a Friday? It's a double chunk chocolate video! Who else but Soup?